Oh, we're gonna. This is a mad science experiment today, and I'll bet $1 not one of you has a response for any of it, and it's gonna ultimately cost my children their freaking life because you're all smarter than me. Geometry come. Where did geometry come from? Such a great. Yeah, where did it come from? Harvard. Hell, there. Who made the water? Who made the water? You're on the right path, Dick. Who made the water? I am. H. Hydrogen. So you see what's happening here? The universities are trying to take credit for geometry. They didn't have anything to do with it. They had zero to do with it. Nothing. Nothing. They're yeah, right. Right. Why do banks why do why do banks park their asses on riverways and water tributaries, moving water?
Exactly. Yeah. Why do they only talk in currency?
Water holds currency.
Or not being conditioned
Yep.
to understand is that water is also conscious.
No kidding, it's a living organism. People are stupid. Just let them be stupid, Matt.
And
Yeah,
I've
I think
known
it's important.
I've known these things almost since the time I left home.
Yeah, you're the one that taught me when I met you, what, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
No, it's been longer than that.
My daughters actually think I owe them something. Can you imagine that?
You had a Matt. Don't bitch about your daughters thinking you owe them something.
And
You're just
looking at that triangles, four
How
four
about
sides flat.
those children of mine owe me an explanation?
well, that could be
Children,
true too.
huh?
That's true too.
But they don't.
And that's true too.
And so I'm supposed to cowtail and kneel to them because of what?
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
no.
You're
Hey
the
man,
parent.
who
You're the
made that
parent. I got to go. Me and you're
triangle?
arguing.
Who made these triangles?
See that? Isn't that amazing? That's
Yeah.
magnetism. It's when you start looking at it in that sense, it's inertia. This is explaining to you inertia right now, force and motion.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the shape of the ether. That's the shape of the water right there.
Yep.
I was
That's the the 9 pointed star.
yeah.
And the 9 pointed star flips to and doubles to 18 and gets going or starts making that flower of life.
Right. With a few other things. But I mean, this right here is really key.
That's awesome. Who made that? Did you make all that? Or
I
your
did
friend?
this. I did not make this. I won't take no credit for it. I didn't make it. I found it by accident.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right? Somebody
Well,
know
it started in the triangle,
that. Exactly.
because it started in threes and fours, seven. There's the Chrysler. That is amazing. That's a cool find. Well, you channeled it somehow, and it came to you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is about cellular expansion. You start with one dot, and then where do you go?
Mm-hmm.
And this is ultimately a result of logic, symmetry. If you go one space left, you have to go one space right to match it. It's inevitable. What's on one side of a line is on the other side of the line. What's on one
Yeah.
side of the mirror is on the other side of the mirror. See, she laughed. Isn't that amazing? Anytime I'm showing you that, you know,
Sky, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, she gets frustrated. I don't know what her. She's got some kind of. She gets frustrated quick and just hangs up and does her thing. Whatever. Doesn't bother me. I'd rather just talk to you.
Right, right. But she's under the impression I should kneel and cater to my children. That's why we have this mess that we're in already. Child worship.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, I do worship the child too. You know, in a sense, because the child is undefendable at an adolescent state, and if I don't defend it, nobody's going to, because they're going to eat it.
Right,
The way I look at it.
right, right.
So I'm
Even in nature, the mother has a tendency of eating their own young.
yeah, yeah. I've seen it. I've witnessed it because I had a gerbil one time growing up in a cage, and I got it from a department store as a kid, and one of the first pets, and you learn how to take care of something or try to, and it was pregnant and it had babies in the middle of the night, and I woke up to it crunching the bones of the one of them. It was eating one of the babies, and it decided which one to eat. I don't know why, but then the other one it raised, but I had to listen to it crunching ribs,
Right.
like what the fuck.
So every video clip that I play during the stream, I'll put them in the Gypton 9 chat.
Yeah.
That video is called Morphing Platonic Solids. Now, everything in creation, even in Egypt, starts with a dot. Right there.
Yep.
There's your dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to show you, right? This video I woke up to about 15 years ago. I think I've shown you this before, but the power of it is showing you that things operate within a sphere or a circle.
Yes. I
I
tried to give that to that Mike this morning. That Mike, you mansplaining.
Yeah.
And I they're fighting in duality, and I'm trying to give them the 3 too. You know what I mean? The 3 as well, so they can look at it from the 9 being the answer to everything.
Right. Right.
So they said stop arguing with themselves inside and start solving problems, and that's the problem to be solved, is giving them the 9 to solve it with.
Right. It's the answer key.
Yeah, really, it saves frustration.
It's the answer key. Right.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
that clip that's on the screen right now, 12 years ago, I woke up to that on my TV screen.
Wow.
And I wasn't even looking for it. I'm just looking at it going, what the fuck did I just witness? Because I've never seen that before. How come I didn't know about this before?
Well, just think about that, Matt. If you show this to 100 people and they don't know what they're looking at, they're just going to look at it like geometry and numbers,
Right. Right.
Look at it as being a magnetic or in motion, because they're not putting any color or polarity to it.
But see, everybody wants to be right and nobody wants to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laughing my ass off because I know I'm right and I'm not wrong, and they don't want to admit I'm right and they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, if there's something that you're wrong about,
tell me.
There's nothing wrong to talk about it. Let's talk about it and figure out what might be wrong or what you might see might be wrong. There's nothing wrong with having that open discussion about it. And if you can prove them wrong, I'm the first one to admit that I've been wrong, because I've been wrong about everything.
Yeah, me too.
Right, but that's the irony here. It's when you was a child, you weren't taking a personal interest in your education. You were doing it because your parents wanted to.
Well,
You were
we all tried, Matt, but we were all outside. And then we got brought inside into the box, and we were taught into the box. There's only polarity.
and me
There's
on the
only two
other hand, I
sides.
looked at the box and I said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I
You know,
said,
they always showed us there was two sides of the box, in and out, not six.
right, and so this will really fuck with people's head right here because this has got 9 cubes.
Yeah.
I call it a box.
I like that.
Box
Yeah. 9 360s.
in one box.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have understood that the other day if we wouldn't talk through this stuff. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you teaching me.
No, you're not even supposed to know. They don't want you
Yeah.
to know this thing. All of a sudden, you're seeing a divine plan. You see,
And that is a star right there. That is a star, and that's also a piece of water.
right? It's a Merkaba star.
Merkabah. That's amazing. I like that Merkaba star that you showed us, that 9-pointed star that you made. I'm really impressed with that.
Because we got so stuck in a triangle, flat form, flat on paper.
Was there a god called Merkabah?
Yeah. Merkaba star is also Metatron. Metatron's cube. It's also Enoch. It's also Star of Solomon.
Wow.
It's also the same pattern on the planet Saturn at its North Pole. There it is, embossed on the side of the planet, the hexagon.
That's amazing. That's on that flag that I kind of looked at the other day, and then I said, "Isn't that the atom, or is that the?" You know what I mean? And
it's whatever you think it is.
yeah,
But they limited you to one perspective. You know, they got the Muslims worshiping Mecca. Mecca is a cube. Is this cube stationary, static on its axis, on its angle?
Yeah.
They're worshiping still this, a still frame of it. And then Christians are worshiping an unfolded box, and the professionals live their lives in a cubicle.
yeah. Because they were proud to have the Cuban polarity on top of their hat, and just in a sync, or you know what I mean, in a 2D form. They were happy to wear that hat, a cube on a 2D form on their hat with a fez on it.
But it wouldn't take. For me, it wouldn't take. Nothing they did stuck. Nothing they did took. I questioned everything my entire life.
Yep.
And so now we're sitting here with this 9, geometry. It's a product of consciousness, frequency of the water. You have no control over that. You can change the frequency, but
Yep.
you have no control over the geometry that's going to generate. You didn't build it. It was a manifestation. It happened all by itself.
Well, we talk 1 + 1 + 1. We got to talk in thirds and teach people start with a 3 and end up with a 9 being the primary placeholder of everything, And I think when people can look at everything from the third, how you taught me, it's exciting to teach people the 3 when they're only looking at it from saying something or not saying something. Only looking at it from a red perspective or a blue perspective, only looking at it from a duality. And if you can teach them in the thirds and get them to the 9 like you have done with me in a short amount of time, it's pretty fucking impressive.
I'm in like a wrecking ball and knock down their institutional mindset, destroy their foundation, and force them to rebuild their house in front of my face.
Exactly. And it's something to be proud of that. And it's amazing. And it's just like, You know, like you said, Matt, I'm here to be your friend. I'm not your enemy. Nobody here talking as anybody's enemy unless you're part of the welfare recipient system, and the leading agents are the institutions that are mad at us for saying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, the president of the United States wouldn't like me to say you're a bitch and you're a fucking welfare recipient and you're killing people.
Right.
You know, I mean, and that's a true statement.
My next question for the average Joe is, does the president work for me or do I work for the president?
He works for you.
Oh, but I don't like him and I don't like what he's doing and I want to fire the motherfucker.
Yeah, and we all do. And the whole, as a collective whole, everybody wants to fire the president, but the president's acted upon Congress and they've used these words and dialects to make themselves impenetrable
Mhm.
until force is brought upon them to topple them. And just like every empire, every crown's been fucking knocked off every one of their heads. They just, they just don't think it can be done because they're
This is their
visually protected.
This is their world, and they made Jesus the devil.
Yep. Absolutely.
So we're all a bunch
Hey,
of
Matt.
peoples. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Is it okay to come in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Scott. Hey,
Good morning.
good morning.
Well, I'm not morning. It's a good day, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Scott's my part-time helper. He's also partially retired. He's got medical issues, but
Thanks.
for 2 years he used to come here all the time and buy stuff and trade. And I don't have a car, and so one day he said to me, he said, I don't mind delivering to Winterport or these little towns in the nearby, because I live in Winterport and it's 20 miles from Winterport to your house. So,
Nice.
So if I'm up here at your house, I can advertise in between Bangor and Winterport. I can deliver or pick stuff up, and all of a sudden, man, I'm amazed. He also has some equipment that I don't have access to for cleaning and dusting computers and gaming systems. So, it's about finding a way to use him. Sounds bad, but not really, because I'm helping him too.
Yeah, you got a good relationship with them, and it works well. You both provide each other with needs and services you both like and need and want.
Right,
You find value in it.
right, right.
Yeah.
That's called friendship.
We lost sight of labor values and time, and we're not taught time measures like seeing it right now on there. And it's all added up for you. You got to think about it. You're just looking at the numbers, and how is it possible that every number in the fucking universe is goddamn rooted in 9?
Weird.
Well, fucking very weird.
Yeah.
Right? And Pythagorean tuning was 432, and we're on 440 frequency today. 432 is 9.
Yep.
The Christian Reich is waiting for 144,000 archangels. 144,000. 144 divided by 144 times 3 is 432. There's your thirds.
Yep.
432 divided by 3, 144. Divide 144 by 3. They got 48, right? 144. 4.
To me, the Holy Trinity is the Father, the Mother, and the Child.
Right.
And that's looking at it from the fourth state. I'm looking at a triangle.
How about this? What if to the Greeks and older philosophies, the mother was the moon, the father was the sun, and the baby's Polaris? What if the baby's Polaris?
I can see it. That's the baby's the neutral equation of the positive and the negative. The baby's the 369, and and it comes out with either a positive or a negative gender. And not saying that the female is negative being
Shit, you're
a
already.
negative, because it takes the positive to, you know what I mean? It takes both sexes to make.
That's why I asked you, is it okay to come in?
Oh yeah, yeah. We had stuff waiting for you like that.
I like how you said that, Dick. I agree.
You know what I mean? It takes the 1, 4, and the 7, and the 2, 5, and the 8 to generate the 3, 6, 9.
Right. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I mean the generator, operator, destroyer. And it's offensive to a lot of people to say, well, I am God in a sense, as a 9, as a mushroom, part of the whole get up. Everybody thinks you're on your high horse if you say I'm generator, operator, destroyer.
Right.
I generate it, I operate it all throughout the day, and then I destroy it when I decide to go into rest and kick ass in the astral plane at night.
Right.
I never stop. We never stop.
So that stuff there. I mean, this piece was the first time I saw it was 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what came about because of it is the following piece. And this has been taken off the internet 5 or 6 years. We talk about water creation, nature. I started realizing there's a correspondence between elements, numbers, and letters.
Yeah, VAV equals Y. I don't know what numbers those are, but it's got to be in high 20s,
It's an abstract formula. See, I replaced everything about. I use my own letter system in that equation. I understand it.
Yeah.
No one else is going to understand it because I wrote it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
In science and math and problem solving, you have vectors and you have variables. I just changed the language.
Vectors and variables. That's what I need to kind of start focusing on a little bit too.
When you're building carpenter's angles, you're building vectors, you're building angles. Deal with it. I just changed the language. Cry.
And another word people are scared of too is Gnosticism.
Right.
Gnosticism relates to narcissism.
Right.
I mean, because if and these words are fucking weapons in their own defense, not ours.
Yeah.
Right?
I rewatched the Harry Potter series the last couple of days.
Okay.
I rewatched all of them.
Wow.
And part 8, Dumbledore at the end of it says, "You know what my greatest ability is, Harry? My ability to turn a phrase. The words that come out of my mouth are magical."
Yeah.
And I was listening to fucking the headmaster of Hogwarts tell that to Harry, and I'm like, God damn, I already know that.
Well, just think how these politicians and Congress people really do feel on stage. They're gaslighting the fuck out of everybody, and they feel like there's gods up there.
Right.
Look what I'm going to say tomorrow, and they're going to fucking love it, honey.
Right.
It's sickening.
Right. Now Trump says, release the Epstein files. What?
Oh, man.
He doesn't care about the reactions anymore. Chuck, why would he? He's the devil. He wants you all to kill yourselves. Why would he care? Release the files.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just something else, man. Release the files, but first, why don't you go get a Pfizer shot? Because I want you to be in more fucking pain and agony and defeat.
Right.
And if they're all
These were the main culprits.
Well, if they're all vaccinated.
Yeah, I want you to go get the vaccine so you dislike me even more, because we're all in this together, remember?
No, wait. You got the right idea, but the reasoning why he wants you to all get vaxxed is you got it wrong. The chemical reactions. the emotions and chemical reactions after you're vaccinated causes clotting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know it. I
You know, you
know.
might get so angry that you'll die
Yeah.
because of the clot.
You know, and I do like that RFK is saying he wants to get the mercury out of the vaccines, but we just need to stop the vaccines, period, because we don't fucking need them.
Right. So how do we get the Amish on our side? Kevin Johnson.
They're on our side. We're not on their side.
Right.
You know, they don't need us. We need them.
Right. We need their knowledge.
Well, we just, you know, we just need to be part of their community and be like them, you know.
In a lot of ways. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
I've
You
watched
know,
preservation methods that are really amazing for storing food, like potatoes or root crops.
Yep.
They dig a hole in the ground, and then they line it with clay,
or sand, yeah.
and they put their crop in the hole, and then they backfill the whole damn thing after
Sand.
they stuffed a hole full of their potatoes or their root crops, but then they packed the hole full of clay.
Yeah, I've seen it done with sand too, or my ancestors did it with sand.
Yeah, well, I was sitting there trying to figure out why you would do that, and all of a sudden I got it. I get what they're doing. I know what they're trying to imitate, and that's fucking hilarious. You know what they're doing in that mud packed hole? They're creating a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
The food can't rot.
Yeah, it's all sealed by no air in it and
No air. There's no
55 degrees.
right.
Putting it back in the earth.
You can think about it. You can take a friggin' 50-pound bag of peaches, dump them in the ground in a clay lined hole, and then pour clay into the hole to seal the hole shut, and it's a crop. You know, it's a month's worth of peaches. You know, you got too many peaches for right now. You have no use for them right now. But in the middle of winter time, you might be out of peaches by then. And then so you go out there and you dig up the clay. You dig out the whole thing and you crack it open and pour out your fruit. You pour out your food. That's part of your winter supply. But when it's sealed in that clay like that, it can't rot, it can't break down, it can't move, it can't do nothing.
Yeah. You know, they still cut ice out of the lakes and ponds, or they're mostly ponds around here. But the Amish go out there and they use their saws and they cut block ice out and they load it on trailers and they put it in these insulated houses and they'll put a layer of say the ice is 12 inches thick, you know, and they're cutting 12 by 12 by 12 by 2 foot long blocks. Then they conveyor them up to a trailer and they stack them in these houses. And each layer they throw sawdust between them, and that's the refrigeration for the entire year. You know why they do that? Because they ain't buying any electricity from anybody. They don't deal with electricity.
Right.
You know, they'll deal with they'll run things on gasoline engines and things like that. They'll run a generator, but they're deathly afraid of electricity for that reason. They don't even want rubber on their equipment.
Why?
Their horses are drawn by steel wheels, you know.
Amazing.
It's amazing to this day.
The grid, isn't it?
To this day, I mean, I have a friend that's got some handicapped issues, and he's a driver because the Amish won't drive, but they can be driven. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They can be a passenger in the vehicle, but they can't own it or operate it.
Great.
But they can operate horses and just, you know, just basic mechanical machinery, as long as it doesn't have rubber tires on it. And they're doing it today, to this day, you know, 30 miles from me.
Right.
I've
tried showing this to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
They won't even look at it.
That's amazing. I love the angles and the.
I created this because I realized I realized when I made this video that there was no talking to parents, and so I had to address 5-year-olds.
I didn't even know how to say that word right there.
Deuterium.
Deuterium. What is that chemical?
Right. These are rare earth elements, and they're all based on the values of your letters, and all of this is in your dictionary, and it's been there for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
How come we don't know it?
Canon and D. That's the wedding march song.
Right. So this is an abstract to get the mind thinking about their environment versus their religion. Do they even teach you your environment accurately? No.
I know it isn't that just something. You know, we're a product of our environment. Why don't they want to teach it? Because they don't want you to be a product of knowing what you are, who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, they want you praying to their God,
Mm-hmm.
which is Trump. Trump's
Well,
their
they all want to be the gods, but they, and again, they Trump is their god, but like Elon would love to just snuff Trump out and be God. We've seen
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I'll put him in office and I can take him out.
Yeah. I mean, and most Americans should be appalled having a South African agent looking at our checks and balances.
Yeah, it doesn't bother him.
Well, he's American. Well, he's also Canadian. He's also what? I mean, he's also part of the UN. Fucking bad people.
I've been told that. I brought you in here. I'll take you out.
That's what
Well, we both worship AI, so that's okay. They all worship.
The only thing I can think over here is what happens when they realize Trump is naked and doesn't have any clothing. Like his buildings, Trump Towers, he doesn't own them. He's actually a shareholder. He doesn't own them outright. He's only half owner. And with that logicking in mind, then you can also realize he doesn't even have the keys to his own buildings. And shit gets real funny if you don't even have the keys to your own house.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you even own your house if you don't have the keys to your house? Yeah. And then I started thinking about it even more. And I was like, wow, the only person that has the keys to Trump's house is the janitor.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to ride up and down the Trump elevator without being noticed by security. He go all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, and no one notices.
Fluoride's 9, huh?
Yeah. You know why?
That's fucking wild.
So using logic and pattern recognition, I started recognizing multiplying numbers generates frequencies. And frequencies can also implicate temperature, degree. It's the same. They correspond. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
The frequency creates the color effect to the density.
And that's what's amazing that people can't really understand to even fathom, like these chemicals that they're spraying in the skies. What are you seeing? You're seeing those colors of the rainbow, and you're seeing chemicals because they're petroleum, and that's what this. We're seeing those a lot of those sun dogs are from those damn chemtrails.
Right. So.
Man, I'm really getting down to where I can smell them too.
Oh yeah.
I can smell those motherfuckers. It's like, wow. What are we spraying today, fellas?
So the application of this knowledge is this: if you know the frequency of something, then you can build it
Mm-hmm.
or tear it down. If you know the frequency of a building, you can match its resonance and cause it to implode.
Yeah.
Well, that same concept applies with people as well.
Yep.
I was just thinking that.
Welcome to the 6G. What are we made? What are we made of? Sixes, six
Right.
Gs.
The sixth dimension would be your Gnostic, would be your tuition, your gnosis,
Mm-hmm.
gut, that gut tug. Start asking questions, try answering them. You'll really blow your own mind.
Yeah.
Most people think they have to go to someone other than themselves to answer their own questions.
Well, until they do it a few times, and it's just like it, it's hard to know what you don't know, and if you don't know the nine, you don't know.
And you don't know until someone else tells you to know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I don't tell them, they won't fucking know.
Exactly.
Not fair.
I mean, until you can be until somebody can show you something different or show you a better way. This is the best way I've seen to know anything.
It starts with the foundations and the fundamentals. It gives you a guideline.
Yeah.
It gives you a rail. I'm not gonna fucking fall down because I know about this nine thing.
It's fucking pretty crazy, that's for sure.
You know what nine is? It's your
Makes you feel more powerful.
yeah. It gives you a pimp cane. Now you're a pimp with a cane. You got a walker.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about falling over because you got nine. It's your cane. You're leaning on nine. Like a pimp on his cane.
That's a good one. That is funny. I'm laughing.
Mhm.
But the original purpose of a cane is not even what we think. I've seen some old canes where they're actually cored out hollow on the inside and they got a straight piece of stainless steel rebar, threaded rebar running through the middle with a copper coil and magnets. Figure it out in the fuck out. They were charging themselves with their pimp canes. They were grounding. They plant the cane in the dirt and generating the charge. Even in the book of the Emerald Tablets, Stowe talks about having a scepter and he smacks the ground and he turns a bunch of monkeys into stone. Causes an electrical arc to go through the ground and boom, they're all statues. That Thoth was pretty wild. But he's like,
Yeah, you really.
but he also was saying to them while he had them frozen, because they were trying to kill him, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your enemy. And then he
This
let
is
them
some
go. Then he
neat,
let them
neat.
go. He froze them because they were trying to kill him, but then he released them from the spell after he told them psychically, and not your enemy. And not But because of his technology, he wound up becoming their god.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This was all based on Atlantis being real. So
Hmm.
it's Noah. That'll really blow your mind. Imagine that one. Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, translates to Noah in English. Thoth saved mankind from a flood. Just like Noah. Shit's wild.
It is.
They stole the story and then they whitewashed it.
Yep.
They faked 1,000 years. We're still in the dark ages,
Mm-hmm.
which would explain why people are so dark. Right?
I know it, but man, it's just amazing because I mean, where did all this technology to move and levitate and cut with these angles, geometry, and create, to like I said, Chuck, you should go to your state capitol because you're going to see shit there that you can't replicate or replace or rebuild. I mean, there's these fucking flowers and shit on these columns that have bees and it's all out of marble. And we're to think that these settlers that came here to America a couple hundred years ago were fucking dragging donkeys and chiseling this shit out. And I got to tell you, here's what's fucked up, guys. There's 24 different styles of marble in this amazing 5 dome capital that only come from the Italian region. So the rail system was here. They got that material here from another part of a different region.
Until you know, until you know this shit, though, you don't know to look at what you're talking about, though.
America was a hustling, bustling fucking place back in the day, and we're just still living in the collapse of it. Wouldn't you agree, man? It's like, fuck, we can't do
I saw that. I was like, oh, that's fine.
a lot of things that we can do.
Knock a motherfucker out for it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dick.
And I think a lot of things too, while talking with other people, is like, I think artificial intelligence has written our narrative on how things have evolved. And I'm saying that is like, if you look at a lot of the storyline behind every one of our county courthouses. There's 99 counties in Iowa, and they each have a courthouse in them. And there's a guy from Grundy Center that wrote a book. It's called Castles in the Pasture. And during COVID and all this, he was bored too. He's like locked down. I don't know if he lives on a farm or whatever over there by Grundy Center. But he started going, he looked at his courthouse and he's like, man, this fucking place looks like a castle. It doesn't even fit in my community. Who built this and what really went on here? So he went into the public library, looked at every book that he could find, talked to all the local historians. He figured it out.
It's the best way to do that.
And he tried to present it to the library. He wrote a book, and it's on Amazon. You can buy it. And the public library won't even put his book on the shelf.
We'll wind up with
It's called Castle in the Pasture because it debunks everything that we're talking about, like adding 1,000 years of history, and we're being controlled and led by a death cult. And there's a third of the people that know what's going on, and a third of the people that don't, and a third of the people that won't say anything or even question anything. Right?
Those that know or are in the know, they don't speak.
Yeah.
And those that think they know, those that speak, the ones that speak for a living, like politicians.
Yes.
Spokespersons for corporations. They're getting paid to speak for a living. Those that speak for a living are reading corporate fucking approved scripture.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually know what they're talking about. They're getting paid to read lines.
Exactly. And I guess I'll give you some quick homework too, Chuck's like, go to Ohio and look at ohioapac.org donors and recipients. And just look for your Congress people. How many people in Ohio are taking APAC aid? And they're taking American tax dollars and giving it to Israel, billions of dollars to Israel, and those Israel welfare recipients are the pharmaceutical companies, and the pharmaceutical companies are giving monies back to those Congress people that are passing these bills to enslave us into these 20, 30 cities. Those are the people that we need to be focusing on because they're treasonous individuals.
Right.
And they're the ones right. They're the ones writing hemp out of the law because they don't want any rope to be found when people find out what's really going on.
The same guy offered me if you want to do 3 systems for
You know, I mean, these are the same people that are taking money from Pfizer and Johnson and Johnson.
I have
Yeah, those are the motherfuckers we need to go after. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the people that really need to be held accountable.
But if I call my friend up and say, "Yo, Dave,"
You know, no, why not make somebody that's dependent upon you accountable?
No, either.
They only exist because of you.
vice problems.
You know, and I think that's frustrating for me is like
culture into your
these
house.
same people that are stopping me in the ditch from riding my stuff, doing what I'm doing,
For
are the very people that are
Right.
I know guns
only in powers because
title over and
of
all this
of
other
tax
Yeah.
payer dollars or hunting licenses or fishing licenses.
I was like,
You know,
guns
these 3 other agencies are
thousands.
government control.
Yeah.
And we have the right to roam and move anywhere in this world without being harassed or
$500,000.
you know what I mean? We have rights to do things. And I got thinking about something. The Department of Natural Resources, Department of Natural Resources, and I'm going to rename those DNR.
Yeah.
Do not. It does not recreation. You know, they don't even want you to have fun in this fucking place anymore because they control everything.
Right. Right. The whole thing was about time management from the day you're born.
Yep.
Government's concerned primarily upon 2 points in your life: with the day you're coming out of the womb,
Yep.
and the day you're going to school. And they don't care about you again until you start voting.
Pretty much. Then you use your dead votes too.
Yeah, and they have a tendency of using the children to push political campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
About children. It's always about the children, right? Because if you control the children, you control the future generations of men and women. Oh, that's sexist and it's racist too.
She-men that wear pink ties and suck cocks and fucking bars. And bars are
I can't find
British.
a Republican to defend anything that I've been posting in the last 3 weeks.
Fuck no, man.
But at the same time, Chuck, I haven't been able to find a Democrat that will defend themselves against policies, procedures, and protocols that their parties have been pushing for a quarter century.
Yeah.
You know, for a very long time, bad guys, it's always the Democrats, and the Democrats, not the Republicans. And one day I said, you know what? Both these motherfucking parties are lying to me. Neither party's fucking working for me. So apparently they're working against me, which means they're not doing their fucking job. So then I come up with the bright idea. Everybody's fired. There's my argument. Fire everyone.
Got tons of these for you today.
I vote for me.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think the mail system's probably slowed down a little bit, the packaging system, and now the airline system slowed down. Because they got rid of a lot of they've been able to get rid of a lot of employees by some of that shit going on too.
Another 6 months, the Republicans will be just like the Democrats.
You know, it's all heading that way.
I love this one.
Wait, is that why he does the dance? Is he doing the dance? Is he doing the dance for Bill Clinton? Is this a Bill Clinton? Is he signaling Bill Clinton? Oh, they're gonna kill me. Wait, is that why he does the dance? Is he doing the dance? Is he doing the dance for Bill Clinton? Is this a Bill Clinton? Is he signaling Bill Clinton? Oh, they're gonna kill me.
I wish my brother Caleb was alive, you know? I really do. I wish he was alive sitting right next to me watching this shit go down.
I got this last one.
That's right, Cindy. I'm gay. In case you haven't noticed, so is Ray. What? I ain't gay. What are you talking about? You took me to that club. So they play good music. Well, what about a trip to San Francisco then? I wanted to go shopping. But you made love to me. No, first of all, you suck my. Whatever, Ray. It's about yourself. I'm gay. In case you haven't noticed, so is Ray. What? I ain't gay. What are you talking about? You took me to that club. So they play good music. Well, what about our trip to San Francisco then? I wanted to go shopping. But you made love to me. No, first of all, you suck my. Whatever, Ray. It's about yourself. That's right, Cindy. I'm gay. In case you haven't noticed, so is Ray. What? I ain't gay. What are you talking about? You took me to that club. So they play good music. Well, what about our trip to San Francisco then? I wanted to go shopping. But you made love to me. No, first of all, you suck my. Whatever, Ray.
Any man in prison will tell you getting your duck's dick sucked by another man does not make you gay. Sucking another man's dick makes you gay.
That's what they say.
Where is it? What is this place?
Every time he does that fucking dance, I just call him Bill Clinton. That's all I can see now on.
Right? This is not what we were sold. We got a bad bill of goods, bad advertising, bad education, bad. Nothing is as it looks to be. Nothing is as it looks to be or sounds to be. To these busy little bees, I don't know anything. And you to be or not to be. Shakespeare said that, to be or not to be. A busy little bee. So there's one kingdom, the kingdom of bees. Found out myself the long way and the hard way. There's not 25 kingdoms. No. Nature's got its own thing going on. Kingdom of bees.
Don't worry, Trump will suck every single.
The real evolution was realizing man of sin was actually implying signs, letters, man of sin. Do you know your ABCs? Boy, it sounds funny when you say it that way, doesn't it? They're thinking the negative incantation, right? Man of sin, the devil, Lucifer. Ah! But really, the original man of sin was your first shaman, your first medicine man, your first doctor. Boy, things have really come a long ways, haven't they? Because I'm not a stagnating asshole. I actually adapt and evolve out of necessity. Right? I don't have a choice. Adapt or die. And so that's step one, really. You have to it's almost like you gotta edit your own education. You found something wrong with it. So now you gotta go to the alphabet and look up your ABCs, A, B, C, D, E. Look them up in the alphabet. They have meaning. Who'd have thought it, huh? They're the real signs and the real sins. SYNS. Sins. This is some evil information right here. No, it's not evil. This is not evil information. What you do with the information makes it positive or negative. This is user based information. We should somehow make this a part of husbandry, the art of directing, storing, conserving energy. Imagine how different your life would be if you knew all this since 5. You wouldn't even be living the same life. You see what I mean? You'd be living completely different because of knowledge, not because of religion or politics. This is just essentially a draft, you know? This is a rough draft. But my gosh, I haven't had a negative response to it yet. 7 years. Wild, right?
Yeah, buddy. Time is money.
So I personally find it odd that I have the willingness to stand in the center of the bullpen, and bully in the pit. Bully pit. Sounds like pulpit. We're gonna hash this shit out and pound you to the ground. You like my ground and pound game? Gonna ground them. Gonna plant them like planters' little peanuts. Peanuts on a ship. A peanut galley. A gala or a galley is a kitchen in a ship. Right? Tucker Carlson said America was a ship of fools. How's all the citizenships doing tonight? If you got tricked, then you got fooled. You got hustled, you got played, you got hoodwinked, you got conned. Shenanigans! And nobody wants anybody to call shenanigans or bullshit. So I really feel like that this is a valid therapy session, a very valid one, a good therapy session, a public setting. It's PG, minus my swearing. This could be modeled in 3D. You create a mirror flat. You could also create a mirror so you're looking at letters upside down. That would be wild. Because we're recognizing that they're key codes for structure, geometries, describing density of structure. Right? Which is why the shape of water is such a profound thing. Your relationship with water, hydrogen, H. They hate hydrogen. Why do corporate billionaires think it's a privilege to drink clean water and it's not a right? They have the same attitude towards this information. It's a privilege to know, and it's not your right to know. It's a privilege to hear it. Don't have the right to hear it. So all of a sudden, we don't have any rights. You got a bunch of privileges. And if they give you privileges, then they can take them just as fast as they give them to you. Is that accurate? You know, think about dealing with a child. Give them a video game system and then turn around and take it from them. Why? Leverage? Control? That's really what it boils down to, is leverage and control. But I showed you how this started out with me just looking shit up in the dictionary and figuring it out in my fucking head. Welcome to Poly Science Gone Wild. Poly Science, polygonal comprehension, reality, star shapes. That's Enochian. The star shapes, the book of stars, one of the books they took out of the Bible. What do you think this was all about? It's about quantum physics, about chemistry, about biomechanics.
It's just fucking loud, boy.
Right? This is beautiful here too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the old one. But just a picture. I think I could play the music and it won't get me in trouble. Grace made this one. We're back.
All right, there, Matt. Mm.
Ah,
Totally inspirational. We're a byproduct of math and geometry. And I personally would suggest that your biological function is to observe nature and your environment. It's quite a trip to realize that you're the dragon. Dragon is you. They want you afraid of yourself and they want you to hate yourself and have no respect or love for yourself. These good people. When you become aware of these things, you have two options, tolerate or teach. I don't want to tolerate stupidity. You back, Dick? Nature and creator are one and the same, and they repeat themselves on varying levels. At least that's how I would look at it. It's just sad that most men don't want to know what they are. Where they are doesn't concern them much either.
They're too scared to know.
Yeah. Well,
But,
exactly.
like it does come in the form of a question.
Um, you know, it's not easy doing what I do, but Creator put it in me to do as I do. Won't let me not do it.
Yeah, I get that.
If I don't do this, who else is going to do it? I don't think anybody's capable. I don't think anybody's willing either.
No, there's nobody. There's nobody I've seen willing.
No. No.
It takes will to will.
Iron will.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thy will be done.
Yeah. So let's get it done. I mean, that's just. I think it's just blowing those flowers of 9 out there and
It's going down,
Pete-
back, man.
Peter repeating. You know.
Trump giving old Willie Clinton a fucking BJ. That's so fucked.
That is fucked, man.
Nobbing on Bill Clinton's nobbing down at Jeffrey Island. It's in the Epstein files.
Okay, here's how it went down. If you want to be president, you're going to drain the swamp. And if you can drain the swamp, you'll be president. Here
And
you
Bill
go.
Clinton's the swamp.
Exactly. He drained the swamp, man.
Oh my God.
That's a fucking swamp creature to drain. Holy shit. What the fuck?
Oh man.
Gross.
And I'm just over here. Good people. The only person I'm going to vote for, besides myself, is nobody.
Well, and here's what I'm starting to see too is like, you know,
If you vote, then you have no right to complain.
exactly. And people that have voted, they should be verbally rescinding their vote and why they fell for that 2-party system, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, for a guy that was hanging his presidency on, I'm going to release the Epstein files, I'm going to stop pedophilia, I'm going to frickin' do this. That's enough to get a lot of people to vote.
Right.
And to find out that that very same pedophile was the one luring them to vote was the very same snake that was telling him, I am the snake. Keep me warm, old mother. I'm going to fucking bite you and kill you. Is the mega warp speed daddy of the vaccine. And he told us that as well, too. And I don't know why people don't believe him when he's telling you the truth there.
Right. Right. He signed off on warp speed. And you can go, Dick, you can go back to 2020.
I know. That's all you need to do.
You'll find me sitting in this same spot telling you then that Trump signed off on MAGA, warp speed, and war on the sea, dropping the PPs, all about the PP.
Yep.
See?
You need 5 clicks on the marketplace, so I gotta check that.
Right.
See what the hell's going on with that.
Rob's getting excited, man. He's getting all kinds of ads, inquiries, and he's learning the nature of sales and marketing. But my way, though.
Nice. Yeah.
My way is going to put him in the driver's seat, and he'll be entrepreneurial. He won't be getting paid hourly. He'll get a commission.
He's your store manager, you know.
Say Scott comes in. Scott's got gas costs. Scott's got a car. Scott's got upkeep. Scott, I do differently. But Rob runs around. Rob's on the street running around dealing with the general public. There's no reason why Rob can't deal with the general public and create clientele, be entrepreneurial, and help people look for things, doing exactly the same thing I'm doing. The only difference is Rob doesn't have to build a warehouse. I already did that part.
Yep, exactly.
Rob has access to the warehouse, and Rob can sell goods for the warehouse, and the warehouse cuts Rob a paycheck for the goods Rob sells. It's pretty fucking profound, isn't it? What I did here in that one room, all the things going on, and I'm just sitting here like nothing's happening.
You're the vacuum cleaner salesman.
I did that for 2 weeks. I worked for Kirby.
Did ya?
Yeah, but I hated it. I quit after 2 weeks.
Pretty impressive. I remember the Kirby salesman and the Kirby dust filter with the Kirby brand and the the fucker. They're good vacuums. I can.
They are. They are. And I like the company for the sense they were trying to stay out of brick and mortar. They don't want retail space. Some devices, some things, you know, you're not gonna go downtown. In Bangor, there's no Bose stereo store. There's no Radio Shack no more.
Yeah.
Pretty soon Best Buy will be gone. So the only thing you'll be left with is fucking Walmart.
Yeah, and you're the new GameStop, I mean, those you think about that and what you're kind of doing, and it is interesting is because technology has driven retail out of everything because it's just technology's driven everybody into their seat, into their cube, not leaving their box,
Right.
and
Right.
and
And that's right. I'm stuck in my kill box, right? But I have an open door policy in my kill box. People come and go.
Yeah.
I can leave. It's not a jail cell. Doors are open. I got the keys.
Yep.
But their egos die here.
So I mean, to rent a space there in Bangor, rent a retail space as an open face storefront commercial space that you could hang a sign, a shingle out there and say, hey, this is your game store, whatever your game store is called,
Right.
and open a business, from 7 in the morning till 7 at night or whatever you want to do for your hours. Then you shut her down and leave for the day and
I already see the biggest problem with this kind of store.
yeah.
The same thing applies to like a bakery or a cake shop or a wedding store, okay? The people that buy these goods, they're working all day long.
Yep.
They're working in their 9 to 5 jobs.
Yep.
So why the hell are you going to be open 9 to 5 when your clientele's at working?
Well, exactly. So you're there from you open from 2 in the afternoon till fucking whatever you want to. You know what I mean? You used to set your own hours. You say I'm here when my customers want me here.
Right, which is why I'm open till 10 right now.
Yeah. So you just go from
9 in the morning to 10. But if I was running a retail space and I was paying for it and I wanted to get the best bang for my dollar, then I wouldn't open until noon. And I would run a 12-hour shift, noon to 10 p.m., 11, midnight, because second shifters get off work 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Heck yeah.
Maybe they want a video game on their way home.
Or maybe a guy wants to go and stop on the way into his third shift, which is midnight.
Right.
Or he's so just going early, you're right there for the third shifters too,
Right. Right. But if you're only open 9 to 5, then you've limited yourself to the people who are not working 9 to 5.
Yep.
So I don't do that. I tell everybody to run their business offset. Don't run 9 to 5. That's why no one's making no money.
I know it. I gotta go do a plumbing job this morning for a friend of mine. I've got to hook his shower up and set a toilet, and he's my motorcycle mechanic, and I just trade with him. He fixes my stuff, and I fix his.
See,
pays for his parts. I pay for my parts.
Right. He does the job for you, and you do the job for him.
Exactly. And what I'm thinking about doing with him, I only have maybe $300 worth of materials in his projects, but he's my mechanic, and he's at retirement age. And I'm thinking about taking him to court with me on December 3rd when I got to go in and fight the Department of Natural Resources on why I was out having recreation in the ditch, and why I got stopped and threatened to get thrown in jail for riding my fucking dirt bike in the ditch when I had a license to do so. by them. You know, it's a snowmobile trail, you know, and I'm on a dual sport dirt bike, and this young kid didn't like me doing what I was doing, and I told him to fuck off. You know, I said, you're the same motherfucker that got vaccinated. You know how I know that? Because you're emitting a Bluetooth signal.
Right.
I really fucking let him have it, you know, because he's deserved it.
They're not
And,
they're not used to people standing up for themselves. They're used to people cowtailing.
yeah.
You know, just doing as they're told.
So I'm gonna see if Lenny will just go with me and just say, you know, because I'm gonna change their way of thinking by going in there, you know.
Right.
And the judge is not gonna, you know, if it's a female or a male, they're gonna know who I am. They're gonna change their way of thinking when I leave there too.
Yep.
You know, but you just got to do what you got to do, and